Hi, I'm Becky. My channel's What Beck Sews. Welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome if you're new. Today's vlog is all about a collaboration in one fabric, two different ways. I am so excited to be doing this collaboration. So the person that I am doing this with is not only my kindred spirit when it comes to animal print, when it comes to colour, when it comes to, well, any kind of fabric, to be fair. We have a very similar taste. She has been known to be my fringe twin. Or maybe I'm her fringe twin. I don't know. My fringe is too long to have even in the way at the moment. She has red hair. Not that you can tell that mine is red, but mine is red. And she's just an amazing personality that pretty much every single one of you will know because she is one of the Northern Soul Sisters. So this person is beautiful inside and out. It is, of course, the lovely Ruan, the Yorkshire Sew Girl. So I'm pretty sure that the majority of you will have come over from her channel to watch this. But if you haven't, make sure you head over to hers when you've watched mine. Just have a look and see what her options are. So we're doing a particular fabric that I messaged her to say I'd also got the same fabric, and she suggested, let's do a collaboration. And this collab has been a long time coming. There's been a number of occasions where we have had the same fabric. But this one, pink and red, absolutely. We are both fans of pink and red. And then you chuck in a bit of animal print. What more could you ask for in a fabric? I mean, seriously. So we've both got this fabric. It's from Rainbow Fabrics. I believe this has actually been on a number of websites because I've seen it kicking around a little bit. I've got 3 meters of this, and as I'm filming this, they still have this in stock. So I will link it down below if it's something you're interested in, so you can head over and get it. Now, I am filming this at the beginning of the week. By the time you guys are actually watching me, I will be sunning it on a beach with a mocktail somewhere. So sorry about that. But I'm going to talk through 3 potential patterns that I want to get made up with this particular fabric. And I have had to think long and hard because I have made the decision that I am not going to make something that I've made before. Which is a bit scary really, because it is a really gorgeous fabric and I don't want to mess it up. So I have had a really good think about the 3 patterns that I could potentially sew up with this, and I'm going to talk you through each of them. Now with them, I will pop the sizings along the bottom of the screen here rather than trying to tell you every single size in detail. I'll also link all the patterns down below so you can go over and check them out if it is a particular pattern that you're interested in. And whilst I'm talking through the pattern, you'll find some pictures going here showing you exactly what the pattern is. Quickly before we get started, I will just tell you what I'm wearing because this is a me made. This is the Whitcomb top by So Love Patterns. This is the Visco Chalet, the Tokyo Lights I think it is, but the greeny coloured version. This is in this gorgeous Viscose Chalet. Did I just say that? I think I did. I think I just had a brain moment. And then I've got this petrol rib knit on the cuffs and on the neckline just to keep it together. And it actually is one of those that sort of flows quite nicely in t-shirt format. I really like this. It's quite comfy to wear and it's been perfect for what I've been doing today. And today I've been getting lots of different treatments. Painful treatments, but lots of different treatments to, you know, beautify you before you go off on a holiday, those things that you normally do once in a blue moon and don't keep up. We even have my nails done. I mean the proper holiday nails. Look at those. Anyway, stop digressing. Let's get back to it. Let's talk about the first pattern. The first pattern that I am considering is the Zadie dress. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you will know that I am a massive fan of the Zadie jumpsuit. I love the way that it shapes and cuts in at the right point in my body, and the dress would be no different to that. So pop the picture in here of the dress. Now, the only thing I will say about this dress is quite long on the model. Now, it's not a difficult amendment for me to make, but I will be shortening this dress slightly. I'm a fan of a midi, but I actually think the way that this midi would come in, I want it a bit shorter because I think it would look proportionally better on me. I'm quite short. I do think that would look much better. So if this was the one that I went for, it would definitely be shorter. Now, I had a quick look on the hashtag on these because I wanted to get an idea, because the pictures I don't think do this dress justice. And there are some beautiful versions over on the hashtag. And I think that because this fabric's quite joyful and playful. That would make a really nice sort of day dress. Probably one that I wouldn't wear to work. It'd definitely be one for, you know, out and about in the daytime. But it's quite a good pattern. It's really beginner friendly, and I'm pretty sure there's just enough fabric here, looking at the fabric requirements, to get it out of this particular piece that I've got. Especially if I'm shortening it, I should just about manage getting it from a 3-meter piece, because I'm pretty terrible when it comes to pattern placing or placing your pattern pieces. I don't always do it in the most economical way, let's put it that way. I do look at the guidelines, but I'm the same with instructions. I'm a bit terrible. I don't really like to follow them. I'll have a look through and use them more as a guideline than an instruction. So that's the first pattern. The second pattern that I was considering is one that I've not made before, but I've seen lots of other people make, and actually one that wouldn't surprise me if Ruan suggested as one of her options. I'm sure it's what's popped into her head at some point or another. And that is the Friday Pattern Company Saltwater slip dress. Now, I've seen this on a number of people and I just think it looks gorgeous. For me, I really struggle with being drawn to it because it's a boxy type fit. And there's also an element that in Friday Pattern Company patterns, I love the pattern company, but I have to grade. So I always fall into a large up top and an extra large down the bottom. And normally in certain things, I don't mind grading, but I think in a boxy shaped dress, gradings can sometimes go a bit wrong, especially when you're doing it for viscose. I think I know what I mean by that. You may not necessarily know what I mean by that. But it does have the ties, and the ties will pull me and cinch me in. And I think that this would be a great option because it's one that could be styled up all year round. So I was thinking that I could wear this in the summer, obviously just as is. I was also thinking that I would be able to put a t-shirt under it as we sort of in the spring season. Not that we ever have a very long spring here in the UK. Going into autumn, I could maybe shove a turtleneck underneath it, maybe some boots. And then as we get more into the winter, big thick, put your teeth back in, big thick jumper and some chunky boots and some tights, and that would be a perfect winter outfit as well. But because of the vibrance and the colour, I'd still feel quite fun in it, and I think matching it with the red underneath would be really nice. Although if I was to make the saltwater slip dress, I think what I might do is rather than use this for the binding, actually just pick out the red colour and you'd buy a ready-made red bias binding. Made my life a lot easier than trying to make all that binding, but also I think it would be a really nice contrast on the dress. Might make it more aimed at summery feel, less easy to pair, but I do really like that idea. So that's the Saltwater slip dress by Friday Pattern Company. And then the third option is a pattern that I literally bought as soon as it came out. And I do think this fabric would look really nice in it. I'm not sure what version I would make with this, and I probably need your help a little bit here. So this is the Helen's Closet Lockhart dress and jumpsuit. Now this is a fairly new pattern and it's got 4 different versions to it. You've got a jumpsuit, a play suit, a short dress and a long dress. And I think in this fabric, even the long dress, which can be slightly glamorous if you made it in a certain fabric, this would bring it back to it being a day wear, very, very summery. But again, it is still a dress that you could wear like the Saltwater slip dress with a t-shirt underneath it, or even a Freya sort of turtleneck type jumper underneath it. I keep reverting to Freya because that's the turtleneck that I tend to make. But I think that that would actually look really nice. So the long version, I'm not entirely sure that I'd have enough fabric to do it. This pattern does terrify me because it's got a zip in it. And if you've been watching me for a while, guys, you know I don't particularly like a zip. But I've got to get brave because I do like the figure on this. I love the fact that Helen's Closet models her patterns, as does Friday Pattern Company as well. I've really lost the ability to speak today. Models her outfits and her finished garments on these incredibly beautiful curvaceous ladies. And it's really nice to see how that skims across the body, if it's going to be tight fitting or if it's going to just, you know, skim the areas that you want to hide certain parts but enhance the right areas. And Helen's Closet is very, very good at taking those kind of photographs and picking the right kind of models for it. So it does appeal to me, because the jumpsuit, where I would have concerns, the pictures just tell me that I'm going to love this. And I think the fit on the bodice would actually be fairly easy to get done because of the seam lines. I think that would make all the difference with getting that fit right. I usually fall into a size 16 on the Helen's Closet patterns, and I do love her instructions, not unlike Friday Pattern Company. They're very good. They hold your hand, and yeah, to be fair, all 3 pattern companies that I've picked today, I would say they all give you quite good instructions that hold your hand through the entire process. And there are various different sew-alongs for various different pieces, for certainly the Saltwater slip and the Zadie dress. I'm not sure whether anything's come out with the Lockhart with it being so new, but that one's really taken my fancy as well, and I think that all versions would play into this. I don't think the play suit's one that I'm necessarily going to go for, because that would then restrict this garment to 100% being summer, and here in the UK summer lasts for like a week, so you know, you don't it does last a little bit longer than that, I'm just, you know, but it doesn't last for very long, and I'd like to get a little bit more wear out of this than just a week. So because I'm off on holiday, I'm going to be spending some time reading your comments and hopefully understanding which one you prefer the most and which one you'd like to get seen made up. And I'm also going to be browsing the hashtags before I make the decision. Now, Rowan and I are planning on revealing this at the end of the month, so you've not got to wait too long for it. So hopefully by, I think we sort of said the last day of June, which is the 30 days in June. There's 30 days in June, isn't there? I can never remember the way of knowing how many days there are. I just usually look at my calendar on my phone. So yeah, on the last day of the month, we are hoping to get this revealed for you, which would be really nice. So you haven't actually got that long to wait. And I know that this will be one of the first things that I want to get made up when I get back. Now, I think for all 3 of those garments, whichever one I do decide, I'm going to have to make a trial for. The Zadie, I'm probably going to have to do a sway back adjustment to it, because I have to do that for my Zadie jumpsuit. I know that I'm going to have to shorten it, and getting that right's going to be difficult. The Saltwater slip, I've got a grade if I did that one. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm getting the sizing right on that, because if you get it wrong, it's going to look, it isn't going to look right. So the sizing's really important on that one. And the same as the Lockhart, I've got to get the fit right, because it is all fitted around here, and then it sort of skims out the rest of you. Plus I need to practice putting in a zip. That's my zip movement, in case you didn't know. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that you are looking forward to seeing what I'm going to be making up with this. Let me know what your favourite is down in the comments, and as I said, I will link all the patterns down below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to go and check out the lovely Rowan, the Yorkshire Sew Girl, and what she's going to be making up, if you're not already coming over from her. So take care, have a fantastic week, and I will catch you all soon. Bye.